Today is a day I've been looking forward to all winter because I'm going to England to see my mother and Percy, who have arrived back from South Africa. So soon they'll come and join us at Lalande. I'm starting the day in the Jardin à l'Anglaise today because we're actually going to the Chelsea Flower Show with Davy as well. And I wanted to come and show you all how far the Jardin à l'Anglaise that he designed has come on since I last filmed it, because I was blown away by the transformation. The hedges have started to grow together and you can start to see his idea of this narrowing a tiny little path in a hedge which opens out into a hidden garden beyond. And I don't know if you're as stunned as I am at this transformation, but it's like Jurassic Park in here. Everyone was telling me last year, oh, the first year perennials sleep, the second they creep, and the third they leap. Well, I think they've skipped a year. This is only their second year and they are leaping. And it just shows all of Davy's design ideas coming together. And you couldn't really see it when it was just the little plants going in. But now it's spectacular. And looking back behind me, I'm walking into what will be the second garden room here. And one of the reasons I'm going to England is also to pick up a little stone fountain for this room, which will also be secret and hidden away like the one I was just in. And the fountain is a little simple stone one, which will go right here in front of us and hopefully be covered with moss and ivy and look as though it's always been here. And on the other side of the hedge is the border that Davy designed to frame the chapel. So when we're looking at the chapel from the chateau, we see this huge border, which in future will continue all the way along this scrubby section. We couldn't plant this year because we're expecting a drought. So in fact, that's just potatoes planted there for now. It's heavenly, and with the sound of birdsong here as well, it's just one of the nicest places in the chateau to sit. And on the right-hand side, the hedge is nearly there. But I'd better run because we're running late. It's time to jump into the trusty Intermarché hire van and drive to the UK, where I'll be staying at my aunt and uncle's this evening and seeing Mummy and Percy tomorrow. And the day after that, we'll go to the Chelsea Flower Show, and I'm just going to take you on the whole adventure with us. Made it as far as Paris. England, here we come. To be fair, it's not going well, is it?
So morale is low.
Morale is very low.
Since we've left, it's added about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Onto it.
All because of this marvellous city. There's no way that we're going to make the train that we booked to put the van onto the train to go underneath the English Channel, which I think is going to make us arrive super late at my aunt and uncle's house. We're supposed to be having dinner with them, but it's not looking good. The moment has arrived. We are going onto the train. There's a lot of driving onto trains for us these days.
It's a different train.
Yeah, this one's feels a little safer, this one. This one's going under the sea.
This one's got a loo.
Oh, is that exciting for you?
It's very exciting.
And it's still light. I'm really happy that it'll be dark when we arrived.
It's an hour earlier.
It's an hour earlier. Oh, that doesn't actually change the light from Dover. Can't believe we've made it. It isn't. Oh, we haven't made it. That's not my aunt and uncle's house. Okay, so this one is my aunt and uncle's house. Oops. Oh, what a sight for sore eyes. This is such a treat after a long drive. This is perfect to arrive to.
Is that
You deserve it. It's wonderful, thank you.
A proper home-cooked meal.
I was telling you yesterday.
I'm trying to sneak forward to show you a deer here. They're just hanging out with us all the time these days. We had one on the lawn just last week in France. Oh, how darling. You're so lucky.
We are very lucky.
Yeah.
It's a little paradise.
This is lovely. You're chatting away. Oh, there, and he's off. She's off, rather. We've had a great night's sleep and now we're going around to see Mummy, Percy and Jerry, and we're taking my old headboard to Mummy. This is the headboard that I was using before I got the one from the Ritz. I've had it for absolutely years. And Mummy's always loved it, and she doesn't have a headboard in Framlingham. Here we go. I hope Mummy's in. Oh, the door's open. Hello? Hello. Are we going to be late? That's literally the first thing I heard as I was coming in. Are they going to be late? Oh, hello, lovelies. Hello, Percy. Oh, good to see you. Hello, Gerald, and hello, Mummy.
Hello, baby.
Mama, you are beautiful.
Aren't you cold?
Yes, a bit. I'm going to borrow one of your cardigans. Oh, and there they go with the headboard.
Oh, sweet.
How are you doing, Jerry?
Yeah, good. Thank you.
So, do you like your new headboard, Mummy? You can't see it. It's the back, but you know it well.
Oh, I love it.
It will be snuggly.
But it has to be turned around here.
How does the chair do?
Mind yourself. I
What
hope
could
it fits.
possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? I hope it fits.
I can smell bacon.
Yes, I started.
You'd already moved the bed forward in preparation. I hope it fits. If not, we'll have to move one of the bits of furniture. Oh, it was meant to be. Oh, I knew it would look good here.
Wonderful. Oh, it's wonderful. Thank you for bringing it. Oh, wow.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Mummy, it looks really good with your wallpaper. I love that. It's such nice wallpaper. It looks as though it's always been here.
Exactly.
No. I was lucky it was that.
going to say, luckily it's padded.
This is very good. We had a cold wall at the back of our head. This is wonderful. We have lived like paupers for so long.
Absolutely. It really does look so big, doesn't it? It takes it really that area up.
And the colour is excellent.
We can even splash out and buy a warm blanket for underneath, and then it'll be warm.
I know.
You haven't got an electric blanket?
My electric blanket is only warm on my side, which is fortunate.
For you.
We'll go on Amazon later.
So just squeeze here.
So she says, "Oh, I'm so surprised. I'm so happy. What you surprised about? It's been like that all winter."
I'm sad to leave you, but it's only for about a week.
Yes.
Okay, see you in Lalande next week.
Next
I
week.
hope so.
Okay, well, we're going to go and pick up that fountain now
Yes.
and then
Thank you
head
so
to
much
London.
for bringing me what you brought. Thank you so very much.
Oh, I love you. Bye.
See you soon. Oh, 3 in the Netherlands, but
Yes.
well, depends on where you're in the Netherlands.
Love you both. Bye. Yeah, we've got everything. Okay, it's only a week.
Yes.
Bye.
Be safe. Be very safe.
Zij drinkt graag koffie. As Philip has been such an angel and he's done almost all of the driving on this entire trip so far, I'm trying to be good as gold in the passenger seat so that he doesn't get the idea that he wants to swap. And the thing that Philip loves the most is me learning Dutch. Because as you've seen, he can come and speak to my mother, to my aunt and uncle. His French is actually getting really good as well. His English is perfect. And the same can't be said for my Dutch. So I've been using Babbel to learn Dutch to please Philip, and I'm very happy because they have offered to sponsor today's video with this ad. And for those of you who don't know Babbel, it's one of the top language learning apps in the world. It's incredibly intuitive and it teaches you real life conversation. And goodness knows, I really need to work on mine because the other night we had a whole Dutch family who came to stay with us, and I was thinking, I can impress Philip, I can use some of my Dutch in this situation. And we were all talking about who wants which type of wine around the table, and I tried to say I would love some red wine.
What did you say, darling?
Instead I said I am in the mood.
Ik heb zin. So
Ik heb zin. Because I was stopping, I couldn't remember red wine. I was trying to say ik heb zin in rode wine. Is that right?
correct.
Ish. But I was trying to remember the red wine part, so I just stopped when the I would like, or what I thought was I would like. And it turns out if you only say the first 3 words, ik heb zin, you're telling people you're in the mood. So the Dutch family thought that was absolutely hilarious. And I'm back
It was
to
very
doing
sweet.
a lot more lessons. I may have a little way to go with the Dutch language.
Well, look, in my book, you've got the most important one down.
So I managed to please Philip whether I get that. So I was like, all right. On a more serious note, I chose Babbel because of the way it teaches you. It's designed by real language teachers and it's really fun. I look forward to my little challenges of the day. I can review how far I've got. It's great because you can slot in a 5-minute lesson if you're on the move, or at home you can do it on your laptop. I've been doing a lot of my lessons on the laptop. It is incredibly convenient. So I really have no excuse, do I, Philip?
No, you really don't.
And Babbel's been such scientifically proven to help you start speaking a new language in 3 weeks. I'd love to hear which languages you'd be interested in learning, and if you've got any really embarrassing stories about mistakes that you've made in foreign languages, then please leave them in the comment section below so that I feel a little bit less alone after my incredible faux pas at the dinner table. And if you'd like to try Babbel for yourself, then please click on the link in the description box below and you'll get 60% off your subscription. Okay, Philip, this fountain is not going to collect itself, so if you get back to driving, I'll get back to Dutch.
All right.
Aangenaam.
Look at you go.
And Philip's just brought the van round. We're going to load up the little stone fountain. This is the largest of 3 little tiers. I think I'm going to be needed to help carry, so I'm going to leave you all here. This is a little bench we've got for the courtyard, and that's the middle tier of the 3-tiered fountain. There's a tiny little top tier over there. That sort of pineapple-y thing is the top. These are the pedestals. These are the sides of the bench. And here comes the base. We think these are phoenixes.
Phoenixes? Looks like flamingos, darling.
Look at their pose. It looks as though they're piercing their breast. So I'm going with phoenix. It's a very, very simple fountain, but when it's covered in moss and ivy, it'll be really pretty.
Very nice. And it's a good
What
height
not to
as
do
well.
is drive up without that.
Oh yes, all our things are on there. Okay, let's get all that back in then. I can't live without my travel desk. Actually, I'll put this in the front. My uncle is the undisputed king of van packing. It's just known throughout the family. The one person you want packing a van.
Bits of string.
You take care.
Bye-bye. Love you both, and I hope to see you in France soon. It's been glorious. Je t'aime.
Stand up for longer.
Bye.
Bye, darling.
London, here we come.
Oh, that's very low.
We've stopped at a good old British petrol station, which has meant a Cornish pasty for
I've
Philip.
never had before. I don't think.
You're gonna love it. And I'm going for a sausage roll. Now we've really hit the high life.
It's meat, beef.
It's beef, potatoes,
And onion.
swede, and onion. It was invented so that people going to work could take a proper meal like that, but hold it easily because it's all individually wrapped.
The first bite was just pastry, but now I'm getting into
Oh, you're really getting into the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we have dessert as well. It's funny how it's the small things that you take for granted that you miss when you go and live in another country. Chocolate digestives and sausage rolls. We've just arrived at the Chelsea Flower Show with one major disappointment, which is that my mother, who was supposed to be here with us, can't make it today. She had a hospital appointment for her eyes, and it's so hard to get the appointments that she couldn't possibly change the date. But we are here with the fantastic Davy, so I'm very happy. Well, this is a pretty good start to it all, isn't it, Davy?
It is, yeah.
Imagine the gates of Lalande like this. Now that Marie's moved in, it might actually happen.
Yeah.
It is a sea of people. My goodness. It is so incredibly busy here, and we are very lucky because we know Andrew, who knows a lot of the garden designers, and that's how we're going to be able to go onto the gardens themselves. Otherwise, it's quite hard to see them from the back of the crowd, especially when you're my height.
So I'm Andy. I work as a freelance consultant across landscaping and horticulture. My biggest client is the Society of Garden Designers, whose stand we're on now at the moment. But I work across the industry, so I have a number of clients who come to me saying, we've got new product to launch, can you help us reach a market? Sponsors that want to get products on show gardens. So I work with growers, nurseries, photographers, manufacturers.
Yeah.
I work across...
And what this means is you know everyone.
And through the SED and everything else I do
Yeah.
know the vast majority of people and designers in the showground.
As we're walking around the Chelsea Flower Show, I'm just like, oh, hello, oh, hi, oh, hi, oh, yeah, hi. You know everybody. went off piste. It's not a garden, but they have the loveliest dresses and pretty Indian cottons. And so I got this dress. It's actually really, really pretty. Shall I show you?
Well, maybe
I'm just going to show. I'll just have to fold it again. It's not the end of the world. What do you think, Davey?
Very colourful.
And that's as much as we're going to get from Davey.
It looks beautiful, I
But Davey, this is for me to flounce around your garden in. See, it's for these flowers to embellish the garden.
Okay, no problem.
All right, let's get back to gardens. Last year we bought a gazebo. This year we bought a dress. So it's getting cheaper each year. Next year it's just going to be an ice cream. This is Freddie's flowers, and I have to say, Freddie does some pretty gorgeous flowers. Peony Palace, that's my idea of heaven. Oh, they're stunningly gorgeous. We have had the best day at the Chelsea Flower Show. We're all on a total high about it. And I filmed everything for my other channel, Stephanie's Grand Tour of Europe. So if you'd like to see all of the gardens in detail, go over to watch that video. I'll put a link to that here now. But our day is not over yet, because we are going to meet Kat this evening for dinner, and before then we have the really exciting opening of the latest exhibition by Ardmore. So for those of you who saw us in South Africa looking at the extraordinary ceramics created by the artists at Ardmore, they are coming to London to launch their latest range. On the way, look who we're popping in to see. Oh, it's so good to see you. You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You had retired and now you're back at work.
Yes.
What happened?
They needed me. No. I popped in to see them and said, I'd like to go back to work, really. And then a few months later, I had a phone call to say, do you want to come back and do 2 days a week? So
you have the best of both worlds.
Yes. I must get back to doing some more crafting.
The world needs your little felt creatures.
I know.
And you've been selling some of your creatures on Etsy, right?
Yeah, as soon as I started the shop, it sort of sold out. And then we had, mainly to America, I saw quite a lot of pigs in blankets.
Well, they are so cute.
Yeah.
At Wendy House 50.
Yes. Yes.
But I can see why you'd be drawn back here, because it's such a beautiful place to
Yes,
work.
and it's nice to be working back with all the people that I was working with for 11 years before.
Yes, and everything here is gorgeous.
I know.
I just keep looking at different things. I mean, the giraffe cushion,
Yes.
Yes.
amazing. The cockerels.
That's my favourite bedding, I think.
Which
Yeah, that
I
bedding
like
is
the
lovely.
Royale because it's sort of like a 12, the one up the top.
Yes, it's very gentle.
And that's our couture range over there.
Oh.
Triomphe is the one that we have at home. This is the soft pink that we have on our bed. Have you been to the flower show?
No, I'm not going this year, but I'm going to go to Hampton Court.
Oh, yes, that's in a couple of weeks, isn't it?
It's in July, first week in July.
Oh, it's what? Oh, so over a month away.
So, yeah, but I prefer that because you can sit and have a picnic by the water, and there's a huge marquee where you can actually buy plants.
Oh.
We're going to have to do Hampton Court as well next year.
I'm going on the Tuesday.
To end the perfect day, we've been invited to the opening of the Ardmore exhibition in the Patrick Mavros Gallery in Chelsea. I knew it would be good, but it's so much better than even I had anticipated. It's the most spectacular exhibition. And to make things even better, as soon as we walked in, we spotted Faye and Catherine, whom many of you will remember from the video that I made at Ardmore in South Africa. And so they sat down with us and talked about the latest fabric collection they've made called the Tanda collection, because Tanda means love in Zulu.
The Tanda fabric collection, it's based around my brother's wedding. We were inspired by the safari, the symbolism of that African animal. So you've been on safari, so you know how special these sightings are. So we have the wild magnolia and the shy zebra, the hornbill. This is called Pangolin Park, and yeah, we love this colour. It's the rust.
This is Philip's favourite, isn't it? Like the rusty colour. Beautiful.
Yes, it is.
But the pangolin is the symbol of lockdown. He curls into a ball for protection, and so he features. There he is. There he is. There he is. Yes. And the pangolin is the scaly anteater.
And you have a lot of pangolins in
Exactly.
And you know, Davey bought one. Yes, after he saw the video, Ardmore just ordered a little pangolin. I'm always amazed that they arrive in one piece all the way from South Africa. Yes.
Well, you shouldn't be. The packaging was formidable.
We are inspired by the ceramics, and now the artists have been inspired by our fabrics.
On that piece, you will see the wild magnolia plant and the seed pod.
So the African twirl, I'm sure, was inspired by watching your Chateau Diaries. See? He needs to do something amazing.
Kitchen camo twirl.
Kitchen camo.
And there's a little warthog running. So after the wedding, I was still actually designing the fabric.
Yeah.
And there was great excitement because my brother announced that he was having a little baby. So that's the little baby.
warthog, right?
Yeah. We love attention to detail. That's and the storytelling behind each fabric collection.
And isn't 12 storytelling?
And that's the whole point of 12. Absolutely. It was always little vignettes that told the story as a whole.
Then we have the weaver nest.
Acacia trees are just laden with these beautiful, like Christmas balls of weaver nests.
Yeah.
And the master weaver takes grass, and he has to build about 5 nests before his bride chooses one.
So she'll destroy them until he gets it right.
Yeah, she doesn't want it, and he has to try again and try again till she's satisfied.
She had a very strong interior design opinions.
And when she's happy, then she will lay. And so this was very much like what John was doing for Kate. He was building her a little house and decorating it. So it was, I sort of watched this similar story.
I hope she didn't destroy it 5 times.
Hopefully not.
People all sort of laugh at me, but you'll see these gorgeous seed pods, which is all about fertility and seeding and nesting and little spermies, but we won't mention those.
So here we have the sexual side of married life.
Yes, lots of it.
I think the success of this weaver design is this big flower. I think it really anchors all the elements.
Yeah, and this is my favourite colour.
There's something very electric about it, and we always love with Ardmore to throw in something powerful.
You can't stop looking at it.
I could see the most gorgeous dressing gown.
This we call face table.
I just thought it would be a great idea to do a table and cover it in material.
So this is the tortoise shell. I want to show the rust with the rust just so you can see how the collection all starts working together. Then we have the sexy leopard print.
You had to, didn't you?
Oh, it's all about the bedroom.
And there it is, in the bedroom.
Oh, wow.
Bedroom with the weaver.
That's beautiful.
It's just perfect. And even the lampshade.
Yeah, and then you'll see we add the ceramic weaver into the lifestyle.
Making me want to redecorate.
This pink one's really good too.
Which one do you like?
I love it.
That's gorgeous. That's safari green with pink.
So you inspired us.
See?
A little bit of Lalande in the tan design.
Exactly.
Now we need to do a room in the tan design.
Yes.
Get Lalande and bring it full circle. I love the Melville and Boone collection of furniture because they use the Ardmore fabrics in their designs. Now that is a very, very good bar. And what is very important if you're on safari, I mean, completely portable. Safari ice bucket. How have we lived without it so far, Wendy?
I don't know.
Picnics in the garden.
Thank you.
Tomato and pancetta arancini.
Fabulous, thanks. Oh golly, a naughty teapot. That's a very naughty monkey. To do this on purpose, planning it for a week.
Yeah. I brought this online to just make sure that
I know, there's breakable things on absolutely every surface. I've had to put my handbag down because I'm just too nervous to carry it.
But look at the tongue.
I'm trying to look at the tongue, but all I can see is that we've all caught the sun, and I can see your sunglasses.
No.
Yes, turn to the side. That's your sunglasses. Oh no. Oh, and the nose bit as well.
My nose bit?
Yeah.
If you can, I think you can see a little bit of your neck, but on your arm. Yeah.
No, we are all properly sunburnt. I was not expecting that in London today.
Me neither.
But yeah, you're right. Look at the little tongue. There's the giraffe about to eat the acacia tree. And this is the Mavros family who make these stunning table decorations. And they are Faye's family. Her sister married Patrick Mavros. It looks so good with the Ardmore.
The meerkats. I love meerkats.
This is Philip's dream. A table with all these little elephants wandering along under the trees. You may all think I've gone completely mad, but the minute I walked into the loo, I thought, no, I have to share this with all of you. As you all know, I'm pretty proud of our 2 downstairs loos at Lalande, but I think this one could be in the running for best loo. It's fabric on the walls, the most spectacular fabric with the butterflies and the protea flowers. So exotic and exuberant. And then I was looking at this thinking it was covered in fabric, but in fact, this is ceramic. And of course, there's Ardmore vases. So there's the Ardmore pieces there, the pangolins in the middle. But then there are these parrots, they're not Ardmore, and they're almost identical to the parrots that we have on the table in the dining room at Lalande. When I see something beautiful, even if it's a loo, I like to share it. I can't believe this evening we've had the best time chatting to Kath and Faye, and then Kat arrived dressed identically to Philip, which was hilarious, and then Faye asked us if we would like to stay behind after the opening because they're having a family pizza evening here downstairs in the shop, and they invited all 5 of us, Wendy, Kat, Davey, Philip and me, were all staying and having pizza with everyone. It's truffle pizza. I'm in heaven.
I've been gifted some wine.
How did this happen? We left you alone for 5 minutes.
Do you have a straw?
Yeah, but only for Ardmore.
Have you pinched the wine? Do we need to do a runner?
No, I made friends.
Because you look like robbers.
We're missing the
You ever
little...
read Burglar Bill?
No?
No?
Okay.
What is it?
It's just a kid's book about. I'm sure it's called Burglar Bill.
So your parents were reading you burglary children's books?
Anyway, that's not the point. I've not burgled the wine. I made friends and I got gifted the wine by a lovely man called Chris who's trying to bring this wine to the UK. And I said, I will spread the word.
Oh, nice.
Clearly.
Oh, that does look good, doesn't it?
So
This is me spreading the word.
I thought
I'm
it should be
doing a really
drunk
good
from a
job.
Waterford glass.
I knew you were going to say that. He said, have you heard of us? And I was like, the Crystal. Which is very out of character.
I take full responsibility.
Bye-bye, Davey.
Bye-bye.
And hopefully see you next month. I'll keep my fingers crossed.
Have a good
All
trip.
Bye. I'm getting a real sense of deja vu now. Another day, another van, on another train. A fountain this time.
A fountain. For the Jardin Anglaise.
We are having terrible traffic. We've just been rerouted onto another road. You can see that was a massive traffic jam.
It's the 4-3 route, by the way.
4-3 route. Goodness knows whether we'll actually get that. I mean, at the moment, it's saying we're arriving at 10 to 3. And I know Philip just wants to push on through, but I'm so tempted to stop at a motorway hotel. Oh dear, it just seems to be getting worse. Our sat-nav just tried to send us into a tunnel which wouldn't take vehicles over 2 meters tall. Luckily, Philip saw it literally at the last minute. We managed to veer off. And now it says it's going to add 40 minutes to our journey. We are now arriving at 4 o'clock.
No. That's before the 40 minutes. It's not realised yet. It would be 40 minutes slower.
Make a U-turn.
Still apparently not stopping in a hotel.
No, we can stop in a hotel if you prefer, but the van needs to be returned tomorrow.
Yeah,
Morning,
at
so-
11 a.m. So even I can see Philip's point this time. We're going to push on. I mean, I've got a pillow.
It's up to you, darling.
No, let's push on. I agree. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. We've finally made it home. We've made it to bed. You've been a hero.
I'd like to thank the Academy and Red Bull.
We have to get up in 4 hours' time so that we can empty the van and take it back to the supermarket from whence it came. I know that someone else has rented it tomorrow afternoon, so we don't have very long in the morning. I would have loved to film more of the arrival at Lalande, but 4 in the morning, I'll be honest, there's not much going on here. So I'm looking forward to seeing Lalande again properly tomorrow. Thank you all for joining us for another day at Lalande. Today I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my patrons, and a reminder that this week's patron vlog, if you haven't seen it yet, is an update about my thoughts for the chapel, including exciting new news that we have received that the Chapel of St. Joseph at Lalande was used as the template for another church built in the region, which has sadly lost a lot of its own internal paintings. Also, there's the first glimpse of my mother back in the UK, and Philip and I start choosing the paint colours for Bonne Maman's bathroom. Today I'd like to say a special thank you to Chelsea, Matthew Chupp, Gregory Clear, Linda Sue Concepcion and Erin Conklin. Thank you for supporting the Chateau Diaries. Lots and lots of love to all of you. I can't wait to see you on Sunday.